Good morning. We are back after another weekend of sales on eBay, Vinted. We didn't do a whatnot show this weekend, but I've got 11 for eBay and 3 for Vinted to show you today. Let's get into it. First item is a Style & Co. 564. That is over here, 562, 563, 564. £4.50 Vinted. Next sale for Vinted, item number 293, and it's actually a long sleeve weird fish top that I was going to keep for myself, and then I didn't keep for myself. I listed it up. I put it on eBay. It was on eBay for $12.99. We cross-listed it, and we got the sale for basically half the price. I think I paid $4.99, so a pound profit, potentially. 293 is over here, though, so 293 is going to be in this box. 299. 297, 296, 293. There we go. Weird fish, men's top, £6. Next one for Vinted, Dare to Be women's black waterproof wind resistant coat is item number 412. Oh, you heard that? I've just kicked me new bin. Got this in our recent house clearance. If you haven't seen that video already, go and check that video out. Bit of a different one from what we normally get ourselves into, but I'm sure you'll enjoy it. 412. So it's going to be at the back of this one here. 413, 410, 412. There we go. Dare to Be women's black coat. £5. Just those 3 orders on Vinted today. Low-end sales, but we're making use of the platform to sort of clear out the stuff that's been stuck on our store for too long. And once we've run it onto Vinted, it has its time on there. We sort of give it about a month on Vinted. I'm trying to make sure that I go in and revise prices at least once a month on the entire store to try and get stuff shifted as well. But I still need to actually do that. So I can say I'll do it all I like, but I need to actually sit down and do that job. There's like 300 or something listings on Vinted at the moment, so going through them, editing the prices, just reducing everything down by £1 or £2, and hopefully we can get it all shifted off the platform. Then our eBay, we've got 11 sales. I mean, I'm saying that as 2, but you know what I mean. 11 sales for eBay. Pretty strong weekend. It seems like things are kicking back into action now. We're getting the listings out consistently of the stock that people actually want. Seems like since I switched from doing clothing to listing up all these Transformers, we've had sales coming in like crazy. And these Transformers as well, they're high value items, or I'd say decent value items, you know. 25, 30, 40 quid. I'm not sniffing at that at all, especially when they only cost me like 50p to £1 maybe, getting them all in a big bundle deal. So there's great profit there for me, fast sell-through rate, and it's items that people actually want and they keep coming back to my store to buy more of. First one that actually sold today was, I don't know why that hanger's there, let's get rid of that, was this Action Man thing I've had for a little while now. It's in here, it's in my box C in C1, so let me get that out. Let's get that out and we can have a look in here together. So it is the helmet and the uniform. Is it that one there? I believe that's the only one with a helmet in. I thought it had trousers with it as well. No, it's just the helmet and the jacket. We sold these here for £9.50. Next one is a clothing piece. I've had it for a while now. It has been cross-listed onto Vinted as well, but we finally got the sale on eBay. It's not in there, it's actually down here at the bottom. Down here at the bottom, believe it to be this right here. This big old prom dress. Massive item. We sold this for 20 quid. I think it's free postage. It shouldn't be, but I think it might have been free postage. Yeah, free postage on that one. A little bit loose in places, loose label. We've put that all in the title though, but £20, happy to get that. Let's take that off of Vinted and keep going. Now, I'm so happy with this next sale. We sold it once, it got returned. We've sold it again for £10 more than we sold it the first time. We sold the whole Star Wars minifigures bundle again. Star Wars miniatures, die cast, all in the little cases, boxes. We got the actual board game boxes in here as well. But someone bought it for me for £120 at Christmas time. and then returned it after Christmas because it wasn't the one that their husband wanted. Something like that. Got it relisted up. We've had to wait about a month and a bit because we're now in February, and here we go. We got the sale again, £130 this time. Get that all padded and refit back into that box nicely, and then we can just send that one out. Minimal packing needed there, and £130 in the bank. Just thought I'd point out as well, like the majority of my items in my store now have like my new postage policy rules applied to them. So my postage thing is $3.99, buyer pays the postage, and that's across everything. So the majority of the time it's a small item, and I sort of make an additional £1 because it covers the cost of the packing supplies as well. But there'll be other times where I don't always win, and it might be £5 or £6 to actually pack the item, but I'm still sort of charging that flat £4 rate for it. If the item is massive and awkward and it's going to be like a £20 to ship it kind of thing, I will set the price in for the postage differently for those items. But the majority of the time, if it's going to be like a large parcel instead of a small one, or a medium instead of a small one, I'll just take the hit and sort of incorporate that into my £4 cost. So like this next one is a jumper we sold for £6, but it's got $3.99 postage on it. So it's actually $9.99 all in. And then we're going to pay $2.94 for the postage label. Polan Opriet Sweden Kids 5 to 6 Junior Dino Deluxe Long Sleeve Dinosaur Jumper. Item number 399. Where is that? Where is that? You know, 400 was down here. So is it going to be right at the front? It is. It's going to be right at the front, just in there. 399. Pruitt O Sweden. There's the thing there. Polan O Pruitt Sweden. 5 to 6 years. £6 on that guy. $3.99 postage. The next one is a Timberland coat. We did have it up for $29.99. Someone watched it, so I sent an offer out for $25. They countered at $22, and I was just thought, let's get it gone. I'm happy to accept £22 plus $3.99 postage. Sure thing. So we accepted the offer. We've now got that one sold, and they even left a note saying, thank you for negotiating. Kind regards. That one is item number 584, which I believe is just here. Timberland coat. It's like an outdoor parka, waxed coat. Yeah, really nice piece. Timberland women's medium rugged wax coat, navy cotton, nylon zip, faux fur lined. We sold a spares and repairs electrical. We did sell a lamp. We sold a lamp. This is one I actually found on the street. Someone just put it up on their wall to get rid of it. It was all grubby, so I've cleaned it over, polished it up nice and fresh. I have tested the electronics, but the electronics unfortunately don't work. I did put a bulb in there, but just doesn't seem to get going. The cable has actually been cut as well. So I've noted all that in the listing. The person knows they need a new cable. It is up as spares and repairs, not working, 4 parts, all that stuff. So if I do get any negative feedbacks, I should be covered because it's spares and repairs. But it was free, zero cost to me, and we sold it for £10 plus $3.99 postage. Then we've got a couple more clothing items before we get to the Transformers that have sold. They're clearly my favourite bits for the day, so I'm saving them till last. Adidas men's windbreaker jacket number 456. Let's find it now. 414, 425, 45, 456. It's actually 458, but it's going to be in this one here, isn't it? 456. No. Where is it? It is in there. It's because we need to take this stupid car part off. I found this on the street and it hasn't sold. I don't know what to do with this bloody thing. I don't want it. I might just take it to a car boot sale or something, see if someone wants it there. But 456. Let's get this thing out. Let's get this thing out. There it is. 458, sorry. 458. There it is. 44 to 46, extra to extra large, windbreaker track jacket with faded company logo. Very good condition. £20 plus $3.99 postage. Then I've had, I think, probably my first ever new without tags sale. Now, I put it up as new without tags because the item looks like it's never been worn. It still has the tag thing on it, but the tag's just been cut in half. So it doesn't have the tag, but it's still basically new. So I didn't know whether to put it up as used or to put it up as like very good condition, but I went for new without tags and we got the sale. It's only been up for about a month or so, maybe less than that. Item number 673, so it's going to be in this other room, but it's a pair of Zara women's like floaty harem sort of style trousers. I know, still messy in here, but it is just in here. These pair right there, 673, really, really nice, linen style floral trousers. We sold those for £10 plus £3.99 postage. Then we have 3 Transformers to pick, but they're actually all downstairs, still in the box that I've been sorting through, where I've still got just a couple more to list. I've been trying to add them all to that box before I bring them up and sort them into the SKU system. But they're selling so quick, they're basically selling straight out of the box. So bear with me just one moment. Oh, yes. We're still in the middle of all of this, as you may have imagined. The last video is just sort of an in-progress video. We are sorting through all this stuff, and there's more of it to be shared. So, yeah, I'll keep documenting this process of us going through this house clearance stuff. But this isn't what I came down here for. Scoot our way through the little line in here. Oh, yeah, this room's also absolutely rammed as well. But down here is all of my Transformer stuff. These are just the last ones that I need to get listed up. Some of these bits is like I had the accessory and then I've actually now found the other figure. So I'm waiting to sort of pair that all together. But these ones can go up. These can all go up. That's no problem. These I just pulled out of my collection because I actually want to watch these. So the Grand Theft Auto movie and then Taxi and Taxi 2. That's on my next to watch list. But here are all the listed Transformers. I know, a bit of a messy box. I was just sort of sorting them into here before taking them upstairs to where we can actually sort all of them out. And I might actually just do that now. Bring them upstairs because these have all been listed already. So if I could just sort them into the SKU, that cleans up this area. You're in the box. You are a Transformer right now. Are you an Autobot? Or are you a Decepticon? I know. You might be looking at this thinking, what an absolute ball ache or headache this box looks like. But I can assure you, there's some sort of method to the madness here, and I know where the things are that we're after. So I'm going to pick them all out, and then I'll talk through them. So I've got the 3 Transformers picked out that we need to cover today, and now I'm going to go through them for you. So the first one we've got is Transformers Movie 2007 Protoform Optimus Prime Deluxe Hasbro action figure toy. This is him as his truck. I cannot figure out how to get his head folded away. Otherwise, I would fold his head away too. But we've sold him just like that. £16 plus £3.99 postage is $19.99 all in. The next one, and one to look out for if you haven't ever seen this before or you don't know anything about Transformers, this is one to look out for. So he's called Blur. And he's Transformers. He's from the animated series. The animated series does really, really well. Like one of them, Jazz, I think, I like listed up and it literally sold the next day. For full asking price. So similar story on this one, just not full asking price. So I was seeing some listed and there was a few sold up in like the £80 mark for this guy. And I just went up there, $79.99. I thought I'd go for it. We had multiple people interested in the item, sending lower offers, but trying to meet in the middle. Someone was international and they were offering like 45 quid. And I was going to accept that, but then they pulled out because they didn't realize that there was the GSP fee as well. And then the next best offer that we got was £35 plus some postage. So we got £35 plus £3.99 postage, takes it to £38.99 for this Transformer right here. And he's even missing a rear headlight. He's got him on that side, but he's not on there. All mentioned in the listing. Obviously, all flaws or missing parts, incompleteness is all mentioned in the listing. The thing that does sell this, though, is that it's normally missing this front part, which is actually the shield or like weapon that the character holds. Or it seems to go missing the easiest. So if you've got the figure with the shield, that's where you can charge a little bit more for it. But I thought instead of me being greedy, trying to hold out for some extra dollars, or pounds or whatever, I should just accept the sale, get some money back, get some profit in the bank from my original like 50p to £1 investment, and keep on rolling. So that's exactly what I did. £35 plus £3.99 postage. Then this next one is a beautiful sale. I'm so satisfied with this, and you'll understand why. So this Transformer here is called Skywarp. I did have this one. It's from the Armada series, by the way. But originally, I had this guy, and I had him listed as at £16, free postage, and no one was buying it. And that was because I was missing this wing right here, which is actually the weapon. I was missing one of these launcher things right here. I don't want to pull it off and break it. So yeah, one of these launcher things right here, I was missing that. I was missing the little rocket that comes out at the end. I even managed to find the sticker that came with the original box when you bought this. And there's a mini-con involved as well. So this is the original Transformer. And then there's a mini-con in there. And this guy is called Thunderclash. So you actually attach this one into the bottom of here, like so. And that's your full Transformer then. That is now fully complete. So originally he was incomplete because I bought Transformers from the same person in 2 separate deals. So now, in the first deal, there was the majority of stuff, and in the second deal, there was lots of parts and pieces to the first deal. So now I've been able to sort of piece together things that were missing from the first set, get them fully complete, and this is the perfect example of that, just by taking the little bit of... So we sold it for full asking price. They did use a 5% coupon, which I'm absolutely fine with, $39.99, and then in total it's £41.98, because we do have $3.99 postage on there. Just to touch on my coupon situation, so originally I had it set to a blanket 10% off coupon store-wide. And then I started realizing, like, why am I offering 10% off just straight off of the bat when I'm trying to price more competitively anyway? So like my price should already be pretty much the best price or the best price for the condition or quality of my listing, right? So like if my item is looking better, it's got no flaws, all of these things, I might price it a little bit more than everyone else. And I think that's absolutely fine. But when I'm adding a 10% coupon off, that means people are immediately getting 10% off. And if they're not satisfied with that discount, if they send an offer, it's going to be above 10%. So I've now changed it and I'm now doing 5% blanket. And sometimes people will use that if it's there, or if they're already going to buy it at that price and then they just want the extra discount, why not use the 5% code? It's basically no skin off my back and it helps get the sale. But now I'm seeing if people do send offers, they're actually closer to that 10 to 15% mark, rather than the 20 to 30 mark, which I was getting a lot of before. So I don't know, it seems like a little step back to take 2 steps forwards, but so far it's working. I'm still getting sales, I'm being charged less in fees for them, and there's more money coming back into my pocket. So for those 11 sales on eBay, that takes us to a total of £358.39 for the weekend. And then we've got those 3 orders that came in on Vinted. What's that, like 12, 15 quid, something like that? And there we have it. That's everything that sold for me over this past weekend on eBay and on Vinted. As I mentioned before, we didn't do a whatnot show, so there is no sales to consider there. But if you do want to check out our future shows, the link will be in the description down below to our eBay, to our Vinted, and whatnot should be there as well, but it might not be. So I'll try and get that added in if not. If you want to check out the eBay store, links down below. Want to check out the Vinted store, links down below. There is 20% off if you want to bundle things together there. So please take advantage of that. Get yourself a bargain. If you find stuff on there that fits your margins, snipe it up and fit it into your business. I'm always open to offers. But if I don't see you over in my stores, I'll see you in the next video. And check this one out right here. This is the house clearance video. I'm sure you're wanting to see how this is all unfolding.